So Palantir stock looks like it's about to break out right now, guys. The charts look really good, and obviously it's not just gaining attention because of AI, but because of what's going on overseas right now. As you guys can imagine, right, in the current Iran conflict in the Middle East, the US military is increasingly relying on AI systems to speed up decision making. And of course, guess who's right in the middle of that? It is Palantir, right? And if you look here at the chart, my goodness, man, we have a clear cup and handle. It looks like it's about to play out. And you guys know through systems like Project Maven, Palantir is taking in an insane amount of data every single day, satellite imagery, drone footage, intelligence reports, right? And of course, it's using artificial intelligence, AI, to analyze it, identify targets, right? And prioritize strikes way faster than, of course, humans ever could. And we can talk all day about the fundamentals of Palantir, how it's being used right now, but the reality is, in the short term here, we're seeing a nice push in the stock because of this. And the stock's up from $128 just from the end of February. Now it's at $154 a share. It's up about 25-ish dollars per share, or about 20% in the last 3 weeks. And I think it's going higher here, guys. Let's break down the charts and dive deeper into the fundamentals. First of all, guys, look at the cup and handle that's forming here on this time frame. Really, it's been forming over the last month and a half. You can see a clear cup right here, and the handle now has been forming over the last couple of days, pretty much over the last week of trading here. So if this plays out like a classic cup and handle, which it looks like it wants to, right? And we take out $160 here, this could go bananas, right? The cup and handle breakout could lead us back towards 170, maybe even 180 in my opinion, considering the environment we're in. But I guess 180 might be a bit of a stretch in the short term here. Baby steps, right, guys? But $160 to 165, that's the breakout spot, and who knows where it could go from that point. And again, this stock is being pushed due to what's going on in the Middle East, and of course it got squashed months leading into that because overall Palantir is one of those battleground stocks, right? There are a ton of bulls, but there's also, there are a bunch of bears as well. So there's always this, oh, Palantir is ridiculously overvalued. Oh, you don't understand the actual opportunity here. So the bears kind of got an edge here throughout the end of December, all throughout really the middle of February, right? Then the war in Iran started to pop off, and well, the stock started to see a rebound. And overall, the multiple compression in software stocks, that brought down Palantir as well. It got looped into that entire sell-off, rightfully so, you can argue, considering Palantir's PE was super high last year. It still is. We'll take a look at investing.com in a second here, guys. I use their pro platform, and I've been loving it. But yeah, Palantir took that beat down. You can say it flushed out a lot of sellers, and now we've been seeing the nice recovery here. And the $1 million question is this going to sustain after the conflict in Iran? As we get closer to the light at the end of the tunnel, will this momentum in Palantir continue, or will it fizzle out? I think ultimately, guys, I think we will see this breakout before the end of that conflict. But again, after that, when it's over, the conflict's over, what will Palantir do? Will it give back all the gains, or will it continue this momentum? But in the short term, guys, I'm looking at $160 to $165. I have 2 alerts there, and if it breaks out of there, guys, this cup and handle plays out, I think PLTR could be going 170, 175, maybe even higher. Now, let's take a look at InvestingPRO and break down some numbers. Let's do it. So looking at InvestingPRO, and I've been using this a lot recently, right, guys? It gives you a lot of data. It runs a bunch of models for you, right? Here it has 12 investing models it ran. You can see them all here on the right. And that gives us kind of what they believe based on these assumptions, the numbers, what the fair value for Palantir is. And on average, we're looking at $115 per share based on InvestingPRO here and these models. That's 25% downside from here. And we can look at, all these different models. It looks like here the 5-year DCF growth exit has it at 309. That's obviously the highest price target here, the fair value target. We can see based on, let's say, a 10-year DCF growth exit, if we click that, we can see all the input projections, right? We can see the growth obviously slows down over time. EBITDA as well, you can see that, how it, plays out over time. So I like looking at these different financial models to kind of get an idea of what I'm looking at on the financial side, because stocks are not just about, the charts like we cover a lot here on the channel, but the numbers, the models, these matter a lot in determining, are you paying a good value for the stock that you're buying today, or are you just buying it at any old price, which is not investing, right? That's not how you do it correctly. And looking at their financial health for Palantir is determined by ranking the company on over 100 factors against companies in the information technology sector and operating in developed economic markets. And it's pretty much right at 4, which is almost perfect, right? In terms of their financial health, we can see cash flow health is a 4, growth health's a 4, price momentum's a 4, profitability health is a 4. And this really shows you how Palantir compares to its peers, right? In terms of valuation, in terms of growth. And this is another thing worth considering when you're analyzing stocks, when you're looking at peers in the same sector, right? This is great visually. We can see Palantir is, up and to the right here on the chart compared to, we see Google, Microsoft, Oracle, a couple of names. So what this shows us is on the x-axis, we have revenue growth, which you can see Palantir is by far and away growing the most out of these peers, right? And on the y-axis, we have the price to earnings ratio, which Palantir has been, it's been hit by the critics for having too high of a price to earnings ratio, and it's currently over 200. So that is something worth considering. Again, when you're buying a stock, how is it compared to its peers? Yes, Palantir does have a lot more growth than its peers, but is that 200 plus PE, does that justify the growth, paying that multiple? These are things you have to consider. I mean, looking at InvestingPRO here, it's saying that Microsoft, out of all of these, has the most upside, right? Which Microsoft, guys, it's a great company. Great company. It's been dragged down by, first of all, the fears around OpenAI, right? What's going on there? How are they going to do? The software multiple compression, that's hit Microsoft. I mean, guys, they operate some of the biggest software in the world. Literally, their software packages. This is, it's been hitting the stock, but I think there is potential there. InvestingPRO believes that as well. The fair value, looking at the analysts here, we have roughly $600, meaning there's 51% upside from here on Microsoft, and fair value for InvestingPRO is a little more conservative, $475, 21% upside from here. And I want to dive a little bit deeper into other defense or maybe other AI software stocks that are financially strong but still undervalued kind of right now compared to Palantir. And I'm going to punch in this question right now into Warren AI, which is investing.com's, their pro services, own AI. It's better than ChatGPT for investing from my experience, and it's better than Gemini. Let's ask it this question. So I asked it, which defense or AI stocks are financially strong but still undervalued right now compared to Palantir? And it brought me a bunch of these. We have Fortinet, PTC, we have Salesforce, we have Intuit, we have Dynatrace here, which we can break down all these different metrics here. We have the fair value upside, PE ratio, their 1-year return, and the Warren AI take on the right here, guys. So based on this, guys, I have some more homework to do on Fortinet, right? It's trading at 33 times earnings. The fair value upside's 135% here, and their 1-year return is minus 14%. So there could be something here along with PTC. It looks like Fortinet's debt to equity is at just 1.2 times. Same with PTC here. And Fortinet has consistent profitability, decent PE ratio, far below Palantir's. So those are two that I have to look at as, again, competitors or peers, if you will, to Palantir. And this gives me a better visual of their PE ratios. It looks like over the last couple of years, these different players, again, Intuit, DT, Fortinet, PTC, of course, CRM, and Palantir, and we can see their returns over the last couple of years. Palantir, of course, is in the blue here. It's had the best returns. We saw an insane divergence here in 2025, 2024. Now we're kind of coming back down here along with the peers. And it looks like Warren AI says if you want financial strength at a discount, look to Fortinet or PTC, not Palantir. Oh, they don't like Palantir, guys. Palantir is a market darling with robust balance sheet and dazzling growth, but the market has already priced in a lot of future success, possibly too much. So Fortinet, meanwhile, gives you both institutional grade resilience and a rare on sale tag in this red hot sector. Again, I have some more homework to do there, guys. And if you guys want to use InvestingPRO for yourselves, they're actually running a limited time flash sale right now. I think it actually ends tomorrow, guys. So get on it. You can get up to 55% off. And with my code 𝗘𝗫𝗧𝗥𝗔, using that link down below, you get an additional 15% off. Simply use that link in the description box, also pinned in the comment section. And on the checkout page, pick the plan you want, put my code 𝗘𝗫𝗧𝗥𝗔, and then boom, you're off with that 15% plus that 55%. And again, this is limited time. It ends tomorrow. So even though Palantir might be a little bit frothy still, you know, the price to earnings is over 200. Maybe a lot of the peers could be at better values, right? That could be true. But I still think this cup and handle setup on the charts could play out in the short term, given the narrative in the Middle East. And I'm watching it exactly for that reason. And again, my alerts are set at $160 and $165 a share. Keep your eyes on it, guys, and do your own research as always. And of course, hit the like button. Let me know your thoughts as always in the comments, and make sure to consider subscribing for future content. And guys, we're on the road to 100,000 subs, and 50% of you don't subscribe that are watching. So if that's you, hit that subscribe button. Cheers. I appreciate you all for tuning in. I'll see you in the next video.